this is Bjorn Bjornsson. Come to Authors and Dragons Con, September 21st and 22nd at the Bally's in Las Vegas. There will be fun, there will be drinking, there will be flower crowns, and there will be me!
Authors and Dragons! Time of magic, age of might. A band of heroes step up to the fight. Playing with powers they don't understand. Will they fuck it all up or will they save the land? Treachery, vanity, loitering and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers don't need no curse. Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons! Their powers combined, a group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? Prepare for adventure. Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Hey there, everybody. I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandango the Fantastical, bard of all trades and master of, well, shit. In real life, I write the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter books, the Black Knight Chronicles, the Bubba the Monster Hunter books, and I have a story coming out in the new anthology from Chris Kennedy Publishing that'll be dropping on October 19th, and find me on social media to find out the name of it, because I don't think it's been announced yet, and if it has, well, I did a lot of drugs in the 90s, so I can't remember everything. So yeah, y'all buy all that shit.
Hi, I'm Joseph Brassi. I play the role of Bjorn Bjornsson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad Project. My novel Skyfarer and Dragon Road can be ordered now on Amazon or directly from Angry Robot Books, and I am the author of such non-existent titles as Booze, Bees, and Butt Sex, the Journal of Buffoons Through Bornelia.
Hi, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, over-enthusiastic zealot of a god he can't even pronounce, or say, or whatever. In real life, I write several books, all of which you should be reading, but I just wanted to mention, in a couple days from your listening of this, I will be embarking on a journey to a convention that we'll be mentioning in a moment, calling Asshole Across America, in which I will be journeying cross-country and detail and sharing videos and other such bullshit over on the Authors and Dragons Facebook page, so be sure to check it out.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures.
Hi there, my name's Steve Weverell, and I play Brandon Fymaster, sexually attractive monk and champion turd fisher. In real life, I write such things as Doomsayer Journeys, comedy fantasy novel available from Falstaff Books. The first of which is called The Last Volunteer. Please do go and check it out.
My name is Drew Hayes. I write books such as Superpowered, NPCs, Fred the Vampire Accountant, and the upcoming Underqualified Advice and other amusing distractions. I would also like to maybe contest Steve's title of champion turd fisher. I would say at best he was proficient, and that's being a little generous.
Hey, you can only compare me to those I am competing against, which is, Silas and Fandango. So yeah, I'll take champion.
If you count the eyes, Silas caught a ton of turds.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow
Boy,
that.
I missed some shit.
Literally.
Yeah, but before we get into that, let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum from turds and sewage. Vegas, fun, liquor, John.
Hi, Vegas. No turds in Vegas. Well, I mean, sure, whatever. Eat your fiber. But in just a very short while from when you're listening to this, we will be in Las Vegas for Authors and Dragons Con. This is where Steve needs to edit in some applause, but we don't have the budget for sound effects because we're spending it all in fucking Las Vegas. Come join us at Bally's on the Las Vegas Strip, September 21st and 22nd. Tickets are still available. They will also be available at the door if you just happen to find yourself in Vegas and decide not to storm Area 51, but you'd rather get drunk with us instead. come on by. Fuck it. We're easy like that. And not only are we easy, we're bringing some easy friends with us. We've got some awesome authors joining us for gaming and panels. We're going to bring out J.D. Jordan, author of Calamity, Andrea Judy, who writes as Judy Black. She is on the Roll for Trouble Twitch stream and writes the Finnegan Family sideshow stories for me at Falstaff. James A. Hunter, who writes a whole bunch of awesome shit. E.M. Kaplan, who's a fantastic author and one of our guest DMs, and award-winning author R.E. Carr, who recently deigned to collaborate with non-award-winning author Rick Gualtieri on Second String Savior.
Gotta love when people slum it.
That's right. That's the only way we get dates.
It's very magnanimous of her, truly.
It's the only way any of us got married, guys. Somebody was slumming it. And if the only thing holding you back is the schedule for the event, then fuck it, go to our website. By the time you listen to this, it will be up there. I swear, I'm going to go quit playing D&D and write the fucking schedule. Bye.
Well, all right, now that we're down Fandango, let the competency... Oh, shit, he's back. He's back.
I was afraid you guys would suck less, so I was like, all right, I'll stick around.
All right, well, speaking of sticking... Richter. The echo of Klaus's final great moment is slowly dying in your ears as, you really... I didn't... At no point was it my expectation that one joke was going to cause you to spend a session edging. But let's be honest, that's basically what Klaus did.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Drew. My name's Robert Bevan.
I've never been so...
The dice were so much behind a bunch of that. You just kept getting those nat ones.
I have never been so happy for my ears to be clogged with shit.
So, just to update me, what happened? Did Klaus die?
Nope.
Oh, you wish.
Nope.
He died a little bit.
Klaus rolled a natural 1 on a knowledge check and thought that the, little pillar or the little platform he's on was a sacred tablet for people to masturbate onto, spilling their seed. And what followed was him attempting to masturbate and then having a succession of natural ones and periodic low rolls that just kind of kept him unable to reach the finish, but then he slowly built to it, and it was horrifying.
It was the well all over again.
So Klaus, you really, what I'm trying to get here is you have tapped the keg dry. That was a moving experience for you. You're pretty sure this thing is fucking magic.
Well, of course I am. I wouldn't have gone through all that,
It has given you the well-rested state for some reason. Not even a thing in D&D, but in your head, it is. What do you want to do with your turn now that you have, finished?
I don't know, yawn. I guess I'll go check out and see what everybody else is doing. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention.
I don't know what Bjork's doing yet.
Bjorg is in goblin form at the moment. We will see what happens to him when initiative rolls around. It's probably not going to surprise anyone.
The only people I guess I can see right now are Brandon and the goblin, right?
Yep. You can also see Gordon Skinflint.
Oh, all right. Where's that?
Where Gordon is standing.
He's the guy as far away from you as possible.
Yeah. He ran away when they started splashing the horrifying sewage water everywhere.
Well, now that I have superpowers, I'll go over and hang out with Brandon and see if I can be of service.
So, okay, gotcha. Bjorg is in the middle of sewage?
Nope. You're Goblin Bjorg. You've definitely been in the sewage. They did use you as a little bobbing thing.
Okay.
They kept trying to make you do stuff, forgetting that in goblin form you're all useless.
Yeah. So Fandango essentially used you as a turd lure.
Wow.
Yeah.
And yet you still fared better than Silas.
Hell no! I got this big ass thing next to me.
What thing? Oh, I thought you meant like another turd. I thought you actually found something, yeah.
Sorry, Brandon, perception check.
Oh, God. Some things are not meant to be perceived. 18 perception.
All right. Seeing as Klaus didn't say he was moving particularly silently, there's nothing really to roll against. So yeah, 18's good enough. You definitely notice footsteps walking over toward you from the platform where a scream came moments before. You can probably put this invisible puzzle together pretty.
I don't know where to look, even though he's invisible. I'll just, I don't know, stare at the floor, shuffle away from him. Just
You want to
shuffle
say
around.
anything, Klaus, or you just walking over?
Yeah, well, I also didn't mention that I put my member back in my pants, so...
No, you didn't. I was also waiting to see how that resolved.
Yeah, I'd like to do that and remove my ring of invisibility.
All right, that will wrap out your turn.
Okay.
Which brings us to Silas, who actually, despite all the turds in his eyes, did manage to find something.
Can I bring it to the surface?
I'm going to need an athletics check.
Silas gets a 21.
Oh, damn, yeah, 21. Yeah, that definitely, that beats it. So, because of this thing's heft, it is going to slow you down, but 21 is really good. So, we're going to say, fuck it, for this round, you can move at normal speed.
All right, my synchronized shit swimming is strong. All right.
Yeah, you're doing the thing where you just breathe in and out, and you're one with the water.
All right, so I'll bring it.
Everyone's trying not to look at you.
I will bring it up with me and be like, "Hey guys, look what I found."
Don't open your mouth.
Too late. Way too late. I gargle upon the glory of Torb.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Been the worst dungeon ever.
Hauling that thing was your action. Was that your full move?
Well, if I can move, I mean, that was one move action.
You're only getting one. You only have one move, and your action was the athletics to like lift and haul the thing.
All right.
Brandon Thighmaster. Silas Kane is dancing a dangerous dance as he screams at you from just above the cresting waves.
Well, somebody needs to lend Silas a hand, and I will plop the goblin into the sewer water.
Really?
Well, right. He's currently, I think, tied to Fandango, and there's still some give on the rope, so I reckon I can curve the rope around one of these pillars so they're both kind of still tied to each other. But,
Well,
you know.
That works out pretty well. So, Brandon, as you attempt to palm the Bjork Goblin, who is still slick with sewage goo, he slips from your hand, smashing against the floor and bouncing up out of the rope, flowing through the air until he comes to a careening smash down on top of Gordon Skinflint.
Oh, God, I thought it was going to land in my splooge puddle.
So did I. Okay, so Bjorg is back.
Big cloud of smoke, and poof. Bjorg appears, and Gordon's going goblin.
Is he covered in sewage?
No, you guys pop out of this form just as you were. That's been our general rule. The goblin forms are basically indestructible. They're my fuck it.
What did I miss?
I don't want to have to come up with an excuse for why people keep passing out move.
That is fortunate. There are much worse ways you could come back from that.
Yep, and now, Bjorg, since you have returned to the game, I would like you to roll me an initiative, please.
All right. And Bjorg rolls an 18.
Okay. Brandon, your action didn't go well, but you do still have movement left, technically.
Well, I have this end of the rope, so I'm going to move away from Klaus,
Dude.
and or where I assume Klaus to be.
I'm not invisible anymore.
Yeah,
You're not
he
invisible
took his ring off.
Yes, we're doing our damnedest not to look at you after what happened.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
it.
this is a different thing. This is just not making eye contact.
Yeah, weirdly enough, you being visible makes it easier for me not to look at you. I'm gonna do the same without the goblin. No one needs to mention what I was about to do with the goblin, and just throw the end of the rope into the sewage for Silas to climb up or attach the part to, or whatever he sees fit to do with that.
It is 50 feet of rope. So since one is tied to Fandingo, let's see. Some of that would have to obviously be used in the tying of the knot process. So the rope falls just shy.
There you go. Some hope. Something that isn't a turd.
There is now a rope floating near you, Silas.
Although, to be fair, he probably thinks it is a turd. That's a reasonable assumption to make.
Perfect. Okay. Here we go.
For those of you at home who can see the map, it does indeed look a bit like a turd.
Yeah, I found a turd rope to throw into the sewage with him. It's terrible.
Just keeps getting worse.
This whole sewer thing might have been a big mistake, but we're in it and we're going to see it through. So Brandon has dropped a very turd-like rope into a sewer. Fandingo, how do you feel about him chucking your lifeline down?
Not great.
I did specify I was going to kind of hook this around one of the concrete ballard things.
Oh, well, in that case, it just doesn't. It's like drooping in. It's just barely in there.
Thanks for nothing as usual, Brandon.
What do you want me to do? There's a bard on the other end of it. What do you want to do? Pull him up and out of the sewer?
Why, yes.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah, fuck it. I didn't find anything down here. I'm going to try and climb out.
Okay, give me athletics.
That's a 9.
Yeah, it's not very hard, but this is like steep and the sides are stone and slick, so 9 is not going to successfully get you up that.
And I might be covered in shit. Yeah. Well, then I guess I'm just going to hang out here in the shit pool.
It's like going back to a childhood water park all over again.
Kinda, yeah. It's like, Klaus, little help.
Don't think about what's in the water. Don't think about it. It's a good call to, because Klaus, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go stand next to Brandon and take a look over the wall and see what's happening. Hey guys, Klaus rolls a 13.
Nicely done. You see Fandingo in the water, having splashed down after a fresh attempted scramble, with a rope that is sort of looping around loosely on a cardboard thing, and then drifting down to touch the water briefly near Silas, who's dragging some sort of implement. But it's Silas, so do you really give a shit?
Yeah, because I'm kind of low on hit points. Hey guys, can one of you guys heal me?
If you can get me out of the shit.
Not from here.
The funny part of this is that Gordon was literally walking around healing people who were low on hit points last game to be useful, but Klaus was invisible and jerking off, so he had no way to know.
I like to think he did have a way to know. He just chose not to.
All right, well, Fandingo looks pretty easy to help. I'll grab the rope and pull.
Roll me an athletics check.
Klaus rolls a 4.
All right, well, the rope is definitely in the water now.
I wasn't going to take it from around the concrete thing.
I'm sure that wasn't your intention.
Oh, all right.
Badly wrapped, and you rolled a 4.
Sorry. Here, Fandingo, let me help you.
Greasy palms there.
In your defense, this rope has been dragged through this shit river like several times, so it is a little slick to the touch.
I would have said you should get advantage because your hands are sticky, but the 4 was with fucking advantage.
The 4 was as good as that roll could be. Well then, Silas, can you measure up to that display?
Oh, I'm sure I can figure out how.
At least there's a little Klaus seed on the rope now.
Can I move to here with the thing?
Roll me an athletics check for this round. Let's see how good your movement is.
Never been so happy that it's not my rope.
Yeah, I'm going to need a new rope.
Silas rolls a 20.
All right, yeah, I'll give you normal movement to get to that far easily. Yeah, you can drag the thing along. That's so good. You have a little movement left. If you want to try and like heft it up as part of your action,
No, I want to tie the rope to it.
You motherfucker!
Okay. On your turn, you can roll a survival. Bjorn Bjornsson.
Yes.
You kind of shake off the effects of being a goblin again. You look over. Gordon is now a goblin. Gives you a little
So he
wave.
is.
You nod back knowingly.
Bjorg is going to mosey over to where his friends are. That's going to burn a not insignificant amount of movement, which means he will arrive and just look.
What the fuck is going on here?
Why don't you tell him, Klaus?
Fendingo will not answer because he's not opening his mouth.
Why are you... I leave you alone for less than 10 fucking minutes. And you're in shit, and you're in shit, and everyone is in shit.
You were gone way more than 10 minutes because, god damn it took Klaus forever to get there.
I feel like Bjorg is like a mom who's just trying to find half an hour to drink her goddamn wine and watch her shows. And this is what she comes back to. I just needed a little bit of goblin time. Just a little bit of time for Bjorg.
And before you get all holier than thou, Fendingo spent a good chunk of that time you were out dipping you in shit.
That's true.
Dip the goblin. I mean, there's still some kind of metaphysical question to be asked here. Was it Bjorg? Was it a goblin?
This is not a time to get existential.
That's true. It's time to get flexistential. Brandon Thighmaster, you're up.
Okay, how much of the rope have I lost here? Is it just all in the shit now?
Oh, it's all in the shit. Yeah, Klaus dropped that clean down.
All right. My ideas, much like my respect for my colleagues, is in the shit river. And there's nothing I can do about it. Does anybody else have a rope?
I do.
Not you.
I feel like we're going to have to end up titling this episode The One Where the Party Loses All Their Ropes.
There's not a lot I can do here. I'm not going in after it.
We should call it At the End of Our Turd Rope.
That's a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah, I might steal that. Yeah, I'm just going to have to wait for these guys to throw the rope up. Yeah, and I'll do that.
I tell you what, do you want to ready an action to catch anything they like try to throw you, be it a rope or the implement or whatever?
Yes, that's a good idea. I'll clap
There
my
we
hands
go.
together. Come on, guys. Throw me the rope.
Down the middle.
Yeah.
Fendingo, would you like to take another crack at getting out of this water? Especially before that knot is tied?
I'd like to throw the rope up and then try to get out of this bullshit.
All right, if you try to throw the rope up, you're going to have to try to yank it out of Silas's grip, because he did get hold of it.
Fuck it, then I'm just climbing.
Okay. Athletics check.
That's a natural one.
Oh, that's 2 natural ones.
That's
Yeah. Roll me a d20. Let's just...
You're never getting out of this river, man.
maybe literally 19.
Okay.
I don't die.
Fendingo, you are like, I am fucking done with this. You race up the side nimbly, easily, and expertly. You arrive at the top, look back like, yeah, fuck yeah. You do a little bit of a bar dance, and you take one step too far right in the middle of it. You shoot back down like a stone, floomp, right into it, and worst, it was during your victory chant, so you get a mouthful.
Oh,
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, taste the rainbow.
Yeah, there's not a lot I can do for you with dub ones.
Yeah.
The dice sealed your fate on that one.
I earned it. Fuck it. I'm not the one who's going to have to try and put the implement into the jizz gear on the jizz platform.
Oh, dear.
I'm not touching that in any capacity for any reason.
And Gordon waddles over. Klaus, there's no more ropes to throw, but
that's not true. I have a rope.
that's true.
I checked my inventory.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
All right, I guess Silas looks busy. I'll throw one end of my rope to Fandingo and like maybe hand the other end to Bjork.
So you can definitely throw the rope where Fandingo went down, but he is submerged from those double ones right now.
Yeah.
But you can still throw it in the area where he was. He'll probably still come up around there. But just FYI, like, he's not in eyesight.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that, and if Bjorg will accept the other end, I'll hand it over, because, Bjorg's stronger than me.
Fine.
All right, Bjorg, you have been given a rope. This is, I hate to say this, some pretty strong confidence out of Klaus. Bjorg is built for pushing and pulling.
All right.
Totem of the bear, baby.
Klaus is only built for pulling.
First up, Silas. You want to roll survival to try to tie the rope that is attached to the sinking bard around your artifact thing.
Exactly.
All right, roll survival.
Silas rolls an 11.
You tie a knot of what you think is good quality.
All right. That the artifact secure, I will let it go, and I will start searching for more.
Wow.
Okay, roll me a. Oh no, you used your action for that. All you have is movement. So which direction do you want to move?
I'll head this way.
And I think, well, you have tied potentially an anchor to Fandango. As soon as you let go, it begins to sink. Bjorg, you can pull the rope, but again, Fandango is underwater, so he has not grabbed it. It's just in the water. You got a slack fishing line.
Fandango! Grab the rope!
Bjorg is not pulling the rope with Fandango not on it.
Yeah, Fandango's underwater, so he can't really hear you.
Okay, so he's sinking.
Well, he sank. He's not like suddenly drowned. He just fucked up and fell in the water from double once. If you want to try to lean down and just grip that rope, it is still technically on the top of the water because it just started sinking. You could try and pull both Fandango and the artifact up at the same time.
Yeah, Bjorg will do that.
All right, roll me an acrobatics just to make sure you can lean over and grab without falling in.
All right, so acrobatics is 19.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah. Look who's coming back from his rest nimble. All right, Bjorg, you reach down and you get a hold of that sumbitch. So give me an athletics check, and it's pulling, so you have advantage.
All right. And Bjorg rolls a 15 on athletics.
All right. For trying to pull both of them, you yank and you feel... All right, so you just pull... You basically quick pull the rope up until you run out of slack, and you are able to halt the artifact from sinking further. And you don't feel like Fandango's moving, but you aren't able to pull them upward either.
Okay.
Because that's a fair amount of accumulated weight.
All right.
But you have stopped the thing from sinking under the shitwater, so nice save.
Thank you.
That would not have been a fun diving expedition.
I was convinced we're all just going to one by one end up falling in that river and then just all drown in shit.
I didn't put it past you guys at all.
Let's maybe save that for episode 100.
The end. A&D-Con's canceled. Sorry, guys.
Everybody drowned in shit. Now go home.
Episode 100, everyone drowns in shit. The title, How Else Did You Think This Would End?
Remember the well, motherfuckers?
All right, Brandon, you are up. There's... Bjorg has yanked the ropes into a concentrated point. If you want to go try and help pull on those.
I will. I'll do exactly that.
Athletics. But you do not have advantage. You are not a barbarian of the bear.
Oh, well, I roll a 21 anyway, so suck it.
Yeah. Who needs barbarian of the bear when you got a monk in the trunk? That doesn't even make sense.
Makes sense to me.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So Bjorg, after you stabilize, Brandon comes up and he looks determined to impress. He's got the sunglasses on, despite the fact that it's dim as shit. And he grabs and he pulls. And he yanks Fandango closer to the top, and he pulls the thing slightly more inward. So.
Well, thank you for the assistance.
No problem. Monk in the trunk.
I'll get back in the trunk.
Fandango, you may swim to the surface if you would like.
Yes, please. I'd like to stop drowning in shit.
You burst out to find Bjorg and Brandon yanking on the rope that is tied to you. And also, for some reason, another rope that's just kind of like dangling near your face. It doesn't appear to be held by anyone.
Oh, look. A shit rope.
A shope.
All right, what do I need to do to help them help me?
You can try to climb out again, because it only burned you a little movement to swim up.
Yeah. Fandingo climbs with a 5.
Wow.
Maybe stop helping.
Fandingo puts a hand, just swipes, and it can't even find purchase, and then just kind of looks up. Go team! Oh man, the dice have been fun this week.
Yeah, sure. We'll call it fun.
Klaus, you are up.
I don't know what I was thinking. I got superpowers now. I'm gonna go take my rope back from Bjorg, and I'm just gonna pull Fandango right out of the shit water.
Are you just gonna reach in for him?
No, he didn't grab my rope.
Nope.
Bad idea, Fandango.
Watch me lift this rope.
Yeah.
You find that rope comes incredibly easily, but Fandango, piece of shit that he is, didn't hang on. You must have been too strong.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll try to be gentle next time.
But you can successfully retrieve and recoil your rope, as no one is holding it right now.
All right. I'll hold on to it just in case Fandango learns his lesson.
So you don't want to recoil it? You want to leave it floating in the water?
Yeah, just, because
Okay. No,
I'm here if you need me, buddy. Got my superpowers.
So that was just movement, so you've still got an action if you'd like.
I will jiggle the rope. Come on. Come get it. I got these powers by yanking on my rope, so...
All right. Klaus is fishing for toilet tuna.
Yum.
Fandango's new nickname.
That's a good name for the episode.
No, it's not. Silas.
Suddenly diving beneath the shit sounds better again. So I'm going to go and start searching.
All right, roll me I believe we were doing perceptions, or were we doing
No,
investigation?
we were doing perception, and both suck for me, so it really doesn't matter.
Perception it is.
A 2.
And what area are you searching?
I was searching this area.
Okay. You find nothing of note.
You don't even find turds.
Oh no, there's a lot of turds, but that's not really of note.
All right, then I will start much like a shit salmon swimming upriver.
His experience is a bit like a Where's Waldo, but they're all turds, and Waldo is a turd.
Bjornsson,
Yes.
there is a strength-based problem in front of you. How would you like to solve it?
Pull.
Athletics check, please.
All right. And that is a 12.
Okay, with a 12, you are not really able to move them, unfortunately. Although you do have 2 people pulling now, so it is getting easier. 12 is not quite going to do it.
Damn it! Which doesn't usually happen.
Brandon Thighmaster, you are also helping Bjorg pull, so with the 2 of you, it's got the lower DC. Give me that athletics.
22.
Boy, Brandon is really here to do a few things, but one of them is definitely not fuck around. As he grabs more of that rope and just pulls it in and brings this almost in. Fandango, you're kind of like, you're basically almost being pulled up. You get advantage on your next check to climb up.
Basically, it's either this or think about Klaus masturbating.
So you'd rather pull the shit rope.
Yes.
This is the strength from his desire not to make eye contact with Klaus.
I think any sane person would rather do that.
Keep busy.
Fandango, would you like to make an athletics with advantage?
You know, the first time I tried this, it was double nat ones, so it's not like I think it's going to matter a whole lot. But yes. Well, that's awfully handy, because the first one was a nat 1, but with advantage, it's an 11.
And with that, you scale the DC 10 side.
You say that as though it means something.
DC -9 or nothing.
Yeah.
Good to have you back, Fendingo.
Thanks, Brandon. How about a hug?
Brandon will, of course, maintain let's call it a boundary of respect between Brandon and Fandingo and Klaus, and indeed everyone else.
Especially in this scenario, not a bad idea.
This was embarrassing.
Hey, it takes you a minute to get your human legs back after coming out of goblin form. You gotta shake
All
that
right.
shit out.
I need wine. And an episode of Gilmore Girls.
I mean, I'm almost 1,000% sure Klaus has wine.
I don't want where that wine comes from.
It's a wise move. Klaus, you are now fishing for no one as Fandingo is out of the water.
Well, you're welcome. If you wouldn't mind passing some healing my way. And I guess I'm just going to coil my rope and enjoy the Silas show.
Just using him like a Turd River Roomba.
I don't think I even know what they're doing in this.
That is 100% true. You definitely do not know what they're doing.
And I don't really care. I'm just, Silas is swimming in shit. That's entertainment. We didn't have Nintendos back in these days.
Oh, Silas Kane.
Back in my day, we didn't have Legends of Zelda. So we just dove into the latrine, and we liked it.
Had to make our own entertainment.
Oh.
That is a whole new kind of Breath of the Wild.
Silas, continuing his wonderful shit gazing here, rolls a 4 perception for this area.
Okay, you have searched that area to what you believe a thorough degree.
All right, and then I will head upriver to where I've spawned from.
The shit salmon.
Bjornson. There is still an item to be pulled up, and now that you don't have to deal with Fandingo, it is even easier. So,
right.
You want to take a final crack at this?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get the thing out. Roll athletics, advantage. That is another 15.
This time, that is enough, so you fling that thing out of the water like a trout, and it, bam, comes on down. So basically, this is the circular part of a turnstile system that was probably mounted on the platform that you all were able to recognize, except for Klaus, who was doing his own thing.
The one that Klaus jizzed all over?
Oh, yeah, all over.
Alright. No, I'm not going up there.
So this is part of it, probably meant to go on there. Maybe repairable, maybe not. That's something you might need to roll for, but that is what you have procured. So Brandon Thighmaster.
Just a quick game mechanics question. When Klaus jizzed everywhere when he was invisible, was his jizz invisible? And if so, has it turned visible now that he is visible?
You know,
Jizzable?
I'm not prepared to answer the invisible jizz question. My impulse is to say no, because generally when something leaves the invisible person, it becomes visible. I'd have to check it. But once he's visible, it's definitely visible.
Injizable.
Injizable. The Injizable Man.
Oh,
Ring of
God.
invisibility.
Well, that's good to know anyway. You know, not just for my sake, but I know there's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons enthusiasts out there who probably want to work these kind of mechanics into their gaming experiences.
I'm sure everyone wants the experience of a ring of invisibility. I'm sure everyone wants that experience.
Is that like
God.
a cock ring that's too tight?
Watch out for the invisible stalkers.
Well, that...
Do they have invisible stalkers in 5e, or is that a third?
I conjure an invisible servant.
Oh, God.
See, we improved this game.
Send us money, Wizards of the Coast.
Jizzards of the Coast.
Hey, they do still have invisible stalkers. Well, I know what somebody's gonna fight at some point.
Klaus's children.
If I made you fight an invisible stalker, it would be the most appropriate thing you fought so far.
The chicken's coming home to roost there.
Oh, well, unless you want to give me any new ideas, Brandon Thighmaster.
Oh, I don't. Well, I'm going to have this new piece of equipment and put it near the platform for Klaus to deal with.
Like about there?
Yes.
All right, give me athletics. It is slightly heavy, so you do need to roll moderately, okay?
24.
All right, that'll do it. Yeah, you're fine. You swing it about casually.
Okay, put it near the platform, and if I have any moving left, move away from the platform.
Gonna be honest with you, I get it. And I respect it. Fendingo, you are out of the water, but you do still have a rope tied to you that is also tied to the device that Brandon just walked.
Well, I'm going to untie the rope.
Not the worst idea.
Obviously, doing a bardic victory dance on top of the shit-smeared rocks is the worst idea.
I mean, there might be worse ones.
And yet, I know you're resisting the urge to do another.
I really want to shake myself vigorously like a dog, but I'm afraid of Klaus's retaliatory spewage. It's like, I'm covered in shit, but it could be worse.
It could always be worse.
So I want to untie the rope, and then I want to walk over and investigate the thingy that Brandon just put down.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
What I'm specifically looking for is if it looks like this is the complete piece that goes into the platform, the jizz platform, or not.
Yeah, investigation will be fine for that one.
Good, because I roll a 22.
Nicely done. No, definitely not. This is like the turnstile, but you still need the core mechanism that goes through and actually does the turning. This is more the thing that sets it all in place and makes it capable of holding the turn system.
Keep diving, Silas. Keep working.
Klaus, we are back to you, sir.
All right. I'll go over near Fandingo and investigate and ask for some healing again. I did, after all, attempt to rescue him.
I was under the shit water. I didn't know you tried.
So I shall investigate. Klaus rolls a 13.
What exactly are you trying to figure out?
I don't know. I just saw Fandingo over here looking at the thing, and I thought I'd come check it out too.
With a 13, it looks like some sort of mechanical device. It might fit in somewhere. Vaguely, it makes you think of the sacred jizz altar, but that's crazy. That's a sacred jizz altar. Obviously, it wouldn't go there.
Not in this state.
But yeah, that's really all you can discern with what you know and what you're checking for.
All right. Well, say, Fandingo, my hit points are running a little low.
All right. If you promise not to wank within like 100 yards of me.
I don't think I was within 100 yards easily. Yeah.
Yeah, totally were.
I'm gonna need a little time to recharge anyway. We're cool.
I'll take the win where I can find it.
All right. Speaking of, oh boy, taking the win, Silas.
When the turd hits your eye like a big... All right, let's see here.
Click on the area you're searching and then give me your perception check.
I'm searching pretty much right where I am.
Okay, so you're just searching around yourself.
Yes.
I gotcha. Okay.
And perception. A 9, getting better.
You're 9, you find some corny ones, and you know exactly what I mean.
All right, then I continue to move upstream.
All right. Brandon Thighmaster.
Okay, I'm going to untie the rope from the device so I can get my rope back. And then if I have some movement after that, I'm going to go just pace Silas like a frustrated swim coach.
I think with the monk speed, you have just enough movement to probably pull that off.
Okay, all right. I'll stand ready with the rope.
Do you want to yell any encouragement or discouragement to him?
I don't know. It sounds like encouragement and discouragement are the same thing in this scenario.
I mean, that's just Silas in a nutshell.
Yeah. Swim through them turds, Silas. You can and will do it. There seems to be no stopping you from doing it.
This is what you were made for. Fendigo.
Yeah, so I suppose I'll heal Klaus a little bit.
That's very magnanimous. of you.
Hey,
We'll cast Cure Wounds, and we'll cast it as a second level spell. Klaus will get back 12.
oh man, my member isn't quite so raw anymore. Thank you.
God.
Never healing you again.
All right, feeling better.
Almost as if I could begin masturbating again.
No, not that good.
That's the next 3 episodes.
It's in seconds. And again, he
Again, Drew, I'm going to give you a mechanics question here. I mean, does...
No.
You know... Never mind. We can skip that.
Table's slathered. Gonna need to resupply the troops. In the meantime, go. Yeah, this little machine thing is boring me. So I'm gonna go watch Silas swim some more. Hey, Brandon, what's up?
I love that the party's just watching the paladin swim through turds. Not even making perception checks to try and help you look. Just
No, just
Can't see
looking
through
all the
that.
harder now that I'm not looking at Klaus. Extra looking at Silas.
oh, on the subject of Silas, perception.
Silas gets a 2.
Are we just like watching him kind of like just bang into the walls like a bored goldfish?
It's there's a gentle current and it's not that bad, but somehow he has taken every turd right on the cornea.
I wish he was trying to masturbate right now.
Yeah. It's like their eyes seeking logs. It's really getting weird at this point.
Just to put this in context, were Brandon and Klaus watching Silas dance, and Klaus actually said, I wish he was trying to masturbate right now. Because that will inform my next deck.
I am definitely coming out of this shit with pink eye.
Roll for pink eye.
Are paladins immune to disease in 5e?
Actually, yes, they
Yes.
are.
That's perfect.
Can't get pink
Putting
eye.
that through the test.
Yeah, you're really earning that. It doesn't come into play often, but boy, it's coming into play for you. Oh my god. Bjork.
Bjorg is just staring in abject horror at what these fuckheads are doing. Like, he came south to experience the world, and boy, that is happening. Okay, let's see here. So everyone, we're all just literally standing here watching Silas swim through shit.
I mean, y'all are throwing a lot of judgment. Silas is the only one who's found a piece of this motherfucker.
I might argue Silas is the only one who's doing anything.
Bjorg is going to roll a perception check to see if he can spot anything.
I'll give Fandingo and Brandon this last game. They were trying with their goblin fishing scheme. It didn't work, but they were trying. All right, Bjorg, I want you to click on the area you're looking and roll me perception.
All right,
You're going to need to move a little bit closer to have line of sight, but otherwise you'll be fine.
and Bjorg rolls an 18 perception.
Very nice. You only see turds and other various sewagey things.
Amazing.
It is breathtaking.
Welcome to the party, pal.
This is what you missed last game. A lot of turd gazing.
In order to proceed further, we need to shovel through shit. That is what we need to do.
It's very philosophical. And literal, I suppose.
Oh, God. Brandon Thighmaster.
Oh, wait a minute. I already checked this. When I blew up the bridge, I checked up this river. Hey, Silas.
Part of it. I think you checked like a direct angle of... It was whenever you did it, you saw like a direct angle of that, but I don't think you ever got to see like the entirety of the...
He just got to
Okay.
wherever the monstrous turd growth on the bottom of the...
Oh, yeah, that was right under the bridge.
Well, it worked last time. I'm going to help Silas out and do it again.
Nice.
Let's spend the key
Hell
point.
yeah.
Use gust of wind.
Okay, give me your arrow. You got to show me the direction you're gusting.
Well, I reckon I'm pretty good. I think I can just kind of wing near Silas and not have any consequences at all. So, yeah, or maybe here. Yeah, just near Silas. Just try to clear the waters a bit, buddy.
You're gonna kill me with a shit tsunami.
This will
Don't
be
be
fun.
ridiculous, Rick. It's a turtle wave.
Last time this worked out fine, except for the bridge.
Roll whatever gust of wind's damage is.
60-foot cone, 1d6. Oh, 1. It's more of a stale fart than a gust of wind, which is fitting.
Very fitting. So yeah, you do a blast. It's a cone, but you're not very far into the breaking point, so you can only kind of get that bit of it. You blast Silas. He only rolled a 1, so it's really not that much force. It explodes and rains down on you, but honestly, at this point, you've been diving in it, so it's not like you're any nastier than you were a second ago.
Spack.
It's really a race to the bottom. It's like, what the fuck are you gonna do to Silas? He's taking turds to the eyes. You think this is worse?
Yeah, it's raining turds. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You see anything? I mean, other than the turd storm?
No. You just see big old hunks of caked on stuff.
Okay, well, I helped.
Fendingo.
I'm going to try and... How heavy is this thing?
Heavy enough that it requires an athletics check to move comfortably. Probably Bjorg would be the only one with just casual strength who could do it.
Alright, I'm going to try and fit it into the jizz platform, because I'm still covered in shit water. It's not any fucking grosser.
Very reasonable. Roll me an athletics to lift it, and then roll me an... what the hell? Let's stick with investing.
Let's let me fuck up one roll at a time.
Reasonable.
Nat 1, bitches.
Roll me another d20.
Called that.
11.
All right, you go to lift it, but it is still slick from the river, so it just goes right through your hands, and bam! But you do manage to jerk your foot back at the last second and avoid getting your toe crushed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down. Wait, I still have movement.
Oh, yeah.
I'm walking down here next to the goblin.
You and Gordon are hanging out.
I have a plan again, motherfuckers.
All right, Klaus.
Well, everybody seems to be searching for something. I guess I'll search. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3 steps next to Bjorg. Hey, Bjorg. And I will try and use my superpowers to scan part of the river under the bridge.
Okay, click the area you're searching.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. So you're searching right in the middle of the river. Give me perception.
All right. Masturbation gods, grant me the power of perception.
You're staying in this while standing next to Bjorg.
Yes.
Bjorg is just immediately, I don't care if it's out of turn, Bjorg is immediately stepping away from us.
I'll give you the reaction.
Nope. I'm taking a reaction. Bjorg is just stepping immediately away. It just looks... He's actually going to do this pagan thing where he spits at the floor to avert evil.
I just figured you'd enter a rage, too. But
No, if he touched me, yes.
Pretty sure Klaus was spitting on things too.
But not to avert evil.
Klaus rolls a 14 plus whatever bonuses the gods grant him.
Well, you search the area that Bjorg just looked at and also find nothing.
You must be the only person in history who assumes that masturbation improves your eyesight.
All right,
Silas
guys.
Kane.
There's definitively nothing in this area.
All right, up here near the pipe, I will go a diving and get a 4.
Oh, man.
Oh, he would have pulled his dick off by now.
Much like going back to the spawning grounds where I came from, I will swim up to the pipe from which the shit gods give us this bounty.
Oh, God, wow. You're just getting a face full of it, man. There's no dancing around that one.
Underwater, I'll see if I can spell out Torag's name in turds.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
Roll me sleight of hand while we go to Bjork.
Bjorg is just. I don't know if there's anything for him to do at this point. He's just staring as all of his nightmares of the southern people come alive at once.
A 16.
1,000-yard stare. You get halfway through it. You get the TOR. Unfortunately, the massive current right here just starts breaking him down like a turd in a windstorm.
Well, that happened.
Bjork's having an existential horror moment.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Brandon Thighmaster.
Okay, well, Silas looks like he's in some kind of trouble over there. What's going on? There's water. I don't know. I'm just going to go pacing him. Just kind of lean over. You alright there, Silas?
It's like being baptized all over again.
That does not sound good.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. Fendingo, serenade us with songs of God, not this.
All right. I'm going to grab the goblin and place him up on the stones, the border, and I'm going to shred my loot like a motherfucker as the goblin dances to inspire everyone to some level of fucking competence to find the last fucking piece of this thing. Also, because fuck it, goblins dancing is funny.
It is. It is.
Silas, I guess you're the only one actually actively looking for something, so you get bardic inspiration. Yeah, you get a D8 that you can add to your next search roll.
All right, that might get me all the way up to a 6.
If I'm within range, I'm also searching, but I don't really need it because I got the gods on my side.
Okay, well, there you go.
I swear to God, if Klaus becomes a cleric of poop.
I think he's a cleric of jizz.
No, it's piss if it's anything.
Or maybe he's a missionary of
This is
jizz.
the Holy Trinity.
Oh my God, Klaus is an e-missionary.
Oh, God.
We are living it up with the puns tonight.
Nice.
Or down.
That's the case, maybe.
Oh my goodness. All right, Klaus, click on the area you are searching and roll me your perception.
All right. I'm going to go a couple steps down next to Bjorg and say, masturbation gods, grant me the powers of perception.
Bjorg is taking another reaction to just move away.
Yeah, yeah.
This time he's moving farther.
Klaus rolls a 9 plus, applicable bonuses. Oh, I didn't. All right, this area here.
You see what you're pretty sure is a rat riding a log.
All right, well, not sure what
into the water.
Not sure what the rest of these people are searching for. I will announce my find. Guys, I think I found it.
What did you find?
The rat.
What?
That's a rat fucking a turd.
Well done, Klaus.
That's not what you're looking for.
No,
No.
that is not what we're looking for.
Feel
I
free
don't
to
even necessarily know what we're looking for, but I know that's not what we're looking for.
The Gordon Goblin looks.
The gods themselves have shown this to me, so you
Which,
should rethink what you're looking for.
just meditate on your vision, man. We've got this.
Oh, Silas Kane, you are in the mouth of madness.
I'm so glad I don't believe in Halloween gods.
All right.
Perception, I assume?
All right, the perception is 11, and I'm going to use the plus 8. So it is a 13.
You know what? What the hell? I'll even give you advantage because you went all the way up into the fucking mouth of the thing. So you are in there, you're kicking around, and you know what? You earned this, buddy. You really did. You find the last piece of the doodad. It is smaller. It is the chamber part. So yeah, you can heft that out and break the water triumphant.
Yeah! which is probably the saddest roar of triumph.
There's no victory here.
Bjorg feels like he just watched Cthulhu being, like, reverse born.
Oh, they don't make a soap strong enough for what Silas is going to be packing after this. So, yeah, and you know what? You can have your movement too. We'll just call that an action.
You know what that is? That is the stench of victory.
It is
Yeah.
definitely a stench.
You stunk your way to this one.
I'll make my way to the side and see if I can hold this thing up for Brandon.
All right, move it there. Bjornson, you hear what you're pretty sure is triumph or just the end of Silas's sanity.
There was never any sanity.
It's a reasonable point.
Bjorg will walk over to where Brandon and Silas are so that he can be of some assistance, hopefully. And maybe if that thing is being handed up, he'll take it.
Do you have enough movement to get over there?
I think so. Yeah,
Maybe if you stopped walking around every time I came over.
Oh, right, barbarian fast movement. Yeah, if
Yes.
you can get next to Brandon and still have your action left, then yeah, you can grab it.
Yeah, he'll grab it.
All right, give me an acrobatics just to make sure you don't slip when you're trying to reach over and grab
Oh
that.
no, I need to derail the game at this point. All right, that acrobatics is 12.
All right, you successfully take the mechanism from Silas.
All right,
There we go.
we have this thing. What is this thing for?
I believe it goes with the other thing on the thing.
Other thing on the thing. Check.
Ask Klaus. He's the platform expert.
No.
In fact, Brandon, it's your turn. If you guys want to work together on something.
I think somebody mentioned he had to heft it out because he had one in the chamber.
I guess. I don't know. I should probably chuck a rope down for Silas. I'll do that and make sure we get him out of the turds.
It's the only way the healing can begin.
You are a gentleman and a scholar, saving the paladin from the shit river.
Also, I don't want to go near the platform. There is.
That's fair. All right, Fandingo, you are up. They have recovered the other piece of the mechanism.
All right, come on, Goblin Fred Astaire. Fendingo's going to move back over here next to the thing. And I need, like, a rag or something cleanish. Ooh, I have bagpipes. I can use bagpipes. Fendingo's going to use his glove of mage hand, and using his bagpipes, he's going to mop up the jizz on the platform.
Hey, that belongs to the gods.
It's about to belong to the shit sewer, because I'm dumping the fucking bagpipes in the sewer when I'm done.
Double victory.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You can just freely mop up the jizz with bagpipes, and what have our lives become?
I don't know, but I got rid of the bagpipes and the spooge.
Yeah. All right.
Spooge pipes.
Yeah.
That's the best use of bagpipes ever.
You can even just like do the
Better than
overhand
Amazing Grace.
toss and throw the bagpipes into the shit river.
I mean, mage hand. It's within range.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, as part of it all, just like, fuck it, let's just do this in one. Into the river it goes, and strangely, as the water flows through them, you do hear almost a bagpipe-like playing sound before it burbles and then sinks into the river.
It's like Amazing Grace at the end of the Wrath of Khan.
I was thinking Highlander too.
Hey, Klaus, your jizz made the bagpipes play in the shit river. Good job.
I look at the ceiling and say, "Fathers, forgive them, they know not what they do."
I didn't think that it could be more disturbing, but Klaus found religion and it is the most disturbing thing.
Is that your action? You just gonna talk to your turd gods?
It's not turd gods.
All right, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's jizz god.
There you go.
The servant of the invisible god.
Is it my turn?
Silas, hang on, Silas, go ahead and give me an athletics. Brandon, you can go ahead and give me one too.
Praise Turd Rag. A 20.
God.
That is the most accurate description of your god yet.
Random Fire Master got a 22.
All right, you can pop Silas out, and you guys have finished like the searching part, so we don't need to go in initiative as much. If you want to move on to the solving of it, phase, in order to reassemble this bad boy, I am going to need either investigation or history checks successfully.
From everybody, or just Silas and...
I was kind of just assuming you all are going to work together on this.
All right.
Brandon Firemaster rolled a natural 1 for investigation. He's starting to suspect that it probably was a masturbation platform.
It's investigation or history.
Yep.
Fendingo rolls a 15 for investigation.
Silas rolls an 18 for history.
Bjorg rolls a 15 for investigation.
Klaus rolls a 15 for investigation.
So we
Jesus
all found
Christ.
something out, and Brandon's convinced that it's not that.
But he's just so adamant about it.
We can both be right.
You can't. That was a unexpected amount of competence from you guys. Damn! Wow, that was.
Don't worry, we'll still fuck it up.
That was a lot of successes. I did not think y'all were going to do that well on an intelligence-based challenge. But fuck me, you guys all have +0, almost all have +0s. And yet y'all, goddamn. Okay, yeah, somehow
All natural, baby.
between knowledge of basic how things work, you guys have broken so much shit in the course of your adventures that you're like, oh, yeah, okay, so this is like when Fendingo accidentally fell into that thing. Oh, and that's like when Bjork punched that guy. Yeah, so it's just reverse breaking it, right? Oh, yeah, we got this.
This is like when Klaus walked through that wall of broken shit again and again.
He's picked up a few things. Yeah.
Yeah, you collectively figure out where to place it, how to get the turnstile set, and the mechanism. You guys basically got it.
Hooray.
It needed 4 successes, and I didn't think you were going to get them all in one go.
Oh, yeah.
I
Fuck
if
yeah,
history-
intelligence as a dump stat, baby.
I was like, all right, that'll be 2 to 3 rounds for them to check all those out. Nope.
It's like unshitting yourself. Sucking it all back in.
I could use some unshitting right now.
Well, there you go. You guys spent an hour swimming around in a river of turd and 1 round to rebuild a complex.
Yeah, sounds right.
If that's not A&D, I don't know what is. All right, so you guys build it. It's a standard turn-based thing. You need 1 person on each side, or there can be 1 person on each side to maximize ease. It's the kind that it clicks down, and then you lift it up, and then you can turn it 1 full rotation and set it down again, so it will stay in place. Yeah. What do y'all want to do with that?
I think Brandon and Bjorg aren't covered in shit, so they should do the lifting and turning. Because we don't want Klaus to touch it.
All right, very well.
Give me a pair of athletics checks, and Bjorg, your advantage does apply.
All right.
Fendingo moves away from where the hard work is happening.
Yep, I'll come down.
Klaus will go search the river.
Bjorg rolls the 26 athletics check. Thank you.
Brandon
advantage.
Firemaster rolls a 15.
Ooh, that was a good time for advantage.
Yes, it was, because the other roll was a natural 1.
Yes, it was. Okay, a
Destroy the
15
machine.
and a 26. That is definitely enough to operate the lever mechanism, which is much easier than lifting and hauling shit. I honestly didn't know if you guys were going to rebuild this or just try and brute force through the gates, which was also an option.
That's what I thought they were doing in the beginning of last episode.
It did seem like the natural recourse, but so the eastern gate portcullis. As soon as you begin turning, you hear crunch, crunch as it begins to lift up, and you can, once it goes, also notice that there is a slender walkway that can be started just off map, where I didn't have to draw it. That lets you stay above the shit river, but it is very narrow. You'll have to go single file.
Okay.
All right, Bjorg will go first.
Yeah, go ahead and line yourselves up in order down here.
All right.
Klaus would like to search this section of river.
Okay. Roll me perception check.
Masturbation gods, grant me the powers of your perception.
Quick, while he's distracted.
God, let's leave.
Oh man, I feel like I should be getting advantage for this, but just a 13.
Yeah, you see the same rat again. Only this time it looks like he's riding 2 logs. Is he making a raft?
This has to be a sign. I finally found what we were looking for.
We already found what we're looking for, and we already did what we were going to do with it.
Was it a rat riding 2 turds?
No, it was not.
Well, then you were looking for the wrong thing.
Dude, are you all right? I mean, did you jerk off too hard? Is that possible?
Yes.
He left some brain fluid on that last one.
Yeah, he's turned this into his personal like reflection pool here.
I feel like I just stepped out of Plato's cave, and so frustrating.
And I jizzed all over it. Oh, God, this is horrifying. All right, you guys want to move on to the walkway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, as the party begins strolling down their new path, we will cut away, almost like an opportune moment to start with a blank slate at the 100th episode. Live.
Holy shit.
Talked about this so much by this point. You guys fucking know it. But you should also know that the episode is not over, for while we do play to this point, we also take your questions on both facebook.com/authors and dragons, as well as our Discord, which is accessible to our Patreons, patreon.com/authors and dragons. So of course we got to open with our line cutters over on the Discord. Rick, what do we got drummed up tonight?
All right. Paladin Steve asked an interesting question, although I think we're kind of working. It'll be a while before we hit that. But he's like, what movie would you most want to do as the 100th episode of At the Movies?
That's tough.
Full circle, baby. Dungeons and Dragons 2000 again.
Yeah, revisit
That
it.
could actually be pretty good.
I mean, after 100 episodes, I could rewatch Jeremy Irons fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too easy, though.
We've already done Evil Dead 2. That's the best movie in history.
We could finally deliver on that promise and watch your Hunter from the Future.
Yes. Still need to watch that. Yeah,
I think
definitely.
that might be one of the ones we're having trouble finding.
Could be. I have it on DVD.
Some of the old shit is just not streaming.
Did you guys do Hawk the Slayer?
We did do
Somebody
Hawk the Slayer.
That's right.
Maybe Lady Hawk.
Oh, Lady Hawk would be a good one.
Go Barbarians.
If we haven't done Conan the Barbarian by 100, we have to do it.
I will say for 100, we should do a best picture winner. So I say Gandhi.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I say you're fucking doing that one solo.
That movie is so long.
Maybe if we were going to do a best picture, maybe Braveheart? a little more on brand.
It's my island.
Yeah, just a bunch of people kicking ass. Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. We might have to come back to that next week, or you know what? Maybe we'll do a tournament of champions when we reach that point, and just like we did with Tournament of Terror, everybody brings their best 100th candidate, and whoever is the best according to the fans is crowned the true 100th episode.
Yeah, that is the only fair way to do it.
It's a policy I like to call foisting the work off on you.
Our friend Dodpool asks, what author, living or dead, would you most like to receive a drunk dial from? Present company excluded.
Oh, man.
Certainly alive.
It's got to be dead. I mean, that's gonna fuck up your whole day, isn't it?
Shakespeare, because I don't just want him to come back from the dead. I want him to come back from the dead, grasp the concept of telephones, and learn how to use one. Just to call me.
I mean, the call would be like, it would have had to be some kind of drunk dial. You have no idea what he was doing. He'd just be like, hello? Hello? And then, forsooth. And it would be, and that'd be it. See, easily done.
I want to get a drunk dial from Mary Shelley. She'd just be like, and I just fucked Lord Byron on on my mother's grave, and just. and now I'm got this idea for reanimated corpses and shit.
Mary Shelley was rad as hell.
Feels like Hunter S. Thompson would leave one hell of a message.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, he would. He'd rant at you about Nixon for 20 minutes and then talk about bats.
He'd be like, Nixon's dead. He'd be like, yeah, I know.
Nixon's fucking dead, man.
Can't get rid of the guy. Those are all good suggestions. Tempted to say Terry Pratchett, but I think that would be a little bit morbid and weird. Who do I know that's dead?
Who do I know?
Douglas Adams.
Yeah, Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams.
Again, it seems a bit disrespectful for authors I like and respect.
You know, go ahead.
Hitler. There you go.
Shrunk dial from Hitler. He'd probably just sound like what's his face from Rat Race.
I think I don't know, maybe Chuck Tingle.
He's not dead. Oh, wait, living or dead, isn't he?
Yeah, living was an option.
I think dead is more fun.
You know what? I'm gonna
Chuck
go.
Tingle.
I'm gonna go with Hemingway, so I could tell him to fuck off. Also, I would kind of like to hear what Hemingway would do with a drunk dial. It would be very short and abrupt.
I mean, wouldn't
This
that
the
just
drunk.
be a phone call for him?
This is a drunk dial. It's very manly and terse.
What I like about John's choice is that next week we'll see like, you know, pounded in the butt by John Hartness on the other end of like my drunk dial line or something.
As long as they'll
No.
link to my fucking books, I'm fine with that.
Pounded in the butt by the existential personification of my drunk dial.
As long as I get named and he links to my books, fine, whatever. Because Chuck Tingle's a national treasure.
Ball's in your court, Chuck.
Yeah, I can't think of anything like clever, so I'm going to take Douglas Adams and I just, you know, let him know I'm a fan.
Oh.
For a living, I would love to be drunk dialed by Tad Williams. On the off chance that
That could probably be arranged.
that could probably be arranged. I met him at Worldcon last year. It was actually really lovely. He's one of my heroes, but I have a secret hope that he would revert to his train directing days and go choo choo.
Yeah, we could get him drunk enough.
Well, that's
Also,
true.
is that a thing train directors say a lot?
Sure. You damn right you do. Are you going to tell me that a train director does not say choo choo? Then why the fuck would they go into that line of work?
Joe, I have a feeling train directors definitely say choo choo around you because you give them the, what the fuck do you mean? You don't say choo choo.
Yeah.
Blow the whistle! Blow the
Lots of
whistle, you
swords.
motherfucker!
It's like, whoa, okay, yeah. Do we have any more on the Discord, or do we want to hop over to Facebook?
We have a bit of a masturbatory one on the Discord. Did you guys?
Seems appropriate.
Did you guys? Our friend the Ranger Man asked, "Did you guys ever think you would make it to episode 100?"
Wait, that's not about masturbating.
I said masturbatory, not masturbating.
Oh.
Oh, that was just low and right over the fence. Low and easy. Oh man.
Oh, so a lot of projects like start and they don't necessarily go anywhere, and you always go into them with hope and passion, of course, because that's why you're doing something new. But there's also a sort of built-in pragmatism that comes with doing this sort of job where you accept that a lot of the stuff you do isn't necessarily going to go anywhere. It's just going to be fun and for you. And I love A&D. I kind of go into everything with that, this is probably just going to be for fun mindset. And if it goes further, it does. So this was a real pleasant surprise for me.
Yeah, me too. I undertake a lot of endeavors and fail at the vast majority of them. And so far, so good on this one. Half health porn.
This was really lovely. It's weird because, you say, did you expect it to get to 100? And that implies that there were expectations, and I didn't go in with expectations. I just went in with the attitude of this is going to be a fun thing that I'm going to do.
For 4 years of your life.
Yeah, and now it's turned into 4 years of my life. And I was like, oh, hey, this is a fun thing that I do.
Yeah, it was like
a career mode.
It was like that first time we heard from you, Drew, and you're like, yeah, I people are actually listening to this. It was almost like they are. Why?
Yeah, I do remember the first time we heard yeah, guys, we've got 1,000 subscribers to the RSS feed.
Yeah, I was.
What?
I obviously came in at a different angle from you guys because the podcast was already going, and I was already listening to it as a listener, and I thought it was great. I thought this is the fucking future. And I was right. That's why there's like 1 million actual play podcasts now.
Yeah, we really managed to get in ahead of that wave and not capitalize on it one bit.
This is a future. I'm waiting for George Carlin to come back in like a time machine and be like, guys, it's all fucked up. You got to come with me. I have to teach you all how to play D&D.
God.
So yeah, I had high hopes for when I was asked to join the podcast, and I think we have exceeded those high hopes.
We're having a fucking con.
Yeah, well, not just that. I mean, just think of the sheer weirdness we've brought to the world of podcasting, almost accidentally, effortlessly.
When I tell people about this podcast who haven't ever listened to us, I just look at them and say, our celibate monk humped a tree and sank an island.
Yeah, damn right.
And there is a causal relationship there.
Yeah, that was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. So,
I'm sorry. I want to go back to the author drunk call question. I'd like to get I got one. I want to get a call from Bob Saget, and I want to tell him that I'm ranking above him on the Amazon comedy list now.
That's great.
Saget.
All right. Wants to dunk on drunk Saget.
yeah, I'll teach him.
Also, Elf Porn and Crisco.
Okay.
I don't know what that's in reference to, but I'm a little creeped
That
out.
was the masturbatory question.
God. I thought Bevan was writing some sort of ARG, and he's just dropping hints for the coded message. Where did we leave? The did we expect it to? One thing I think none of us ever saw coming was all the fucking spinoffs, the side quests, the mimics, the A&D at the movies. The shingles. God, the group projects. Like we've had so much build off of A&D that I never would have seen coming.
Shit, most of us didn't see 20 episodes coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we'd hang out for a little bit, and if people dug it, maybe we'd, do 6 months. But 21 books.
Like, I was in it for the fun. I mean, that was. You guys are my D&D group. Some of you others have real life groups, but this is it for me.
Yeah, this is it for me too right now. Well, that got emotional.
Yeah, to answer your question, we didn't see it coming, but we are very happily surprised.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did think we'd have a big pile of money by now, so listeners want to get on that shit.
My cocaine yacht still isn't here.
Mm.
All right, Joe, that's enough of the Discord. Why don't you walk us over to the Facebook where we can take some questions from the regular folk?
All right, from the plebs. Let's see here.
Fuck you, Martin.
Let's see. Our friend Michaela says, if you were excused from adult responsibilities and given a golden ticket, all expenses paid to a foreign country of your choice, where would you go and why? P.S. Good to see you in Vegas, fellas. I'm excited to get some tips on the ancient art of getting fucked the fuck up from some true masters.
I think that last bit was straight to you, Drew.
I don't know. I've seen you guys drink at cons.
It's one of your panels, isn't it?
That's fair.
All expenses paid trip to a foreign country of choice.
I've got one ready to go because I actually do know my easy answer for this one. Japan. I've always wanted to go check that out, but it's so such an out there experience that I would really want to go through some sort of guided tour company thing. That's not one I really want to try and freewheel my way through. So if I had someone else footing the bill, golden ticket, etc., I would book a swanky ass guided tour option of Japan and get to see the country with good, efficient planning.
Yeah,
I mean, I would definitely go for Japan as well. If it was all expenses paid, I mean, I'm assuming I get a lot of pocket money out there. I don't think I'd have an official guided tour. I'd probably just pick up some guy in a bar and, offer him a lot of money to dress as a Pikachu and show me around. Assume that is the only way to see Japan is with a drunk you have forced into a Pikachu costume.
Okay. I got nothing after that. I now see Steve dressed as stand-in Thigh Master, walking through Tokyo, led by a Pikachu.
Just prodding a Pikachu forward.
I mean, like, Japan is obviously one of the ones up there, but you know what? Actually, for the sake of just doing something fun, like fun as hell, I would either go with the Netherlands or Sweden or Finland.
Yeah.
Fucking Finland.
A lot of nice country to get around there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, like, if you go to the Netherlands, you can get like 18 different ways of fucked up at once.
Yeah. All that countryside. I mean, I don't think you could have a Pikachu lead you around that.
No, I'd have to find an old Dane.
Yeah.
Or a Great Dane.
Or a Great Dane. Or a Finn. I'd just find a Finn and have them wander with me across Scandinavia. They would be drunk the entire time. It would be amazing.
If your Finn has blue skin and the fin is detachable, will you call him Mary Poppins?
No, see, that's not where I thought you were going. I thought you were just going to say, are you going to call him I thought you were going to ask if I was going to wander around with a shark.
I thought it was going to rhyme. If you found a fin with blue skin, it's like, wait, where are we going with this?
This didn't
No.
like a,
I thought we were building to a dirty limerick.
I was totally just deep diving into Avengers.
land shark. Now I'm thinking about sharks on land.
I don't know. I think if it's all expenses paid, Australia, because it's like, it's far away. It's a place I always wanted to see, and fuck it, there's a whole lot of it to see if somebody else is footing the bill.
Got to go and hang out in those salt flats.
I kind of want New Zealand because it's like all the cool parts of Australia without the deserts and the goddamn snakes.
Yeah, I was going to
Nice
say,
weathers, though.
Australia is really hot. If you force someone into a Pikachu costume there, they might die of heat stroke at the manslaughter.
I was thinking just like the Pikachu head.
Maybe. Yeah, I still wouldn't want to risk it. I don't know.
Or you could just carry around the Pikachu head.
It's it's Australia.
And what am I paying the other guy for?
If they
Screaming.
It's Australia. If they die, just throw a snake on them. Nobody will ask a question.
Oh God, you should set a murder mystery series in Australia.
And the first one should be titled Highway Murder and Rubber Snakes.
It could be called Fake Snake Mate.
Fake snake mate.
That's not a snake. This is a snake.
But the twist is no one was ever actually murdered. They've all just died due to Australia.
A very naive new cop from another country who doesn't realize that these people haven't been murdered.
Or a serial killer who's just like, this is great. I can just watch people die, and I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's like, this is the perfect plan. Oh God, come on my face, my eyes.
The Death Watcher.
Yeah.
Oh,
Australia
God.
doesn't stand for competitors, motherfucker.
Oh, God, come on my face.
It is the apex predator.
I'm going to choose England. I'm going to go meet Steve, and we're going to fucking paint Corby red.
Nice. I'll bring my own Pikachu costume.
Yeah.
And then you'll continually have to ask Bob, have Bob looking down at you, because it's always going to be sunny while he's there.
Yeah, I mean, it's that one works out well for me.
It's 11 o'clock at night, Steve. Why is it still fucking sunny, huh?
All right.
Yeah. Let's do one more, Joe. What do we got?
Oh, God. Okay, well, let's see here. It's got to be a really good one, then.
We can do two. Fuck it.
Okay, all right. Our friend Jacob says, what is something, food/hobby, you like that others would find weird?
God.
Is this another masturbatory question?
100%.
I mean, we could probably get a whole side quest out of that, record it, and never air it, ever.
I had
Just blackmail each other for eternity.
a friend of mine and I, when we were in college, had a game who could find the more bizarre abstract pornography. Like the weirdest pornography we could find. It would. I think it resulted in the line, in the phrase, I draw the line at industrial machine penetration.
Okay. I'm going to. This is a weird hobby and a related story to what Joe just said, because we used to do that kind of as a competition in university. But the idea was you print out the
machine
porn.
Penetration?
Oh no, anything. You print out a weird porn. Right. You hide it in your friend's bag before they go home from college to see their family, and then they have to find it before their family does. So anyway, I go home from university, and the next day I'm going out with my band. We're recording somewhere, so we're leaving at 5 a.m. I'm like, okay, I've got to go. I get a phone call from my sister about 8 a.m. saying, Mum and Dad found your porn. And I'm like, right. What porn? Because I don't have, this was, I just have big stacks of porn lying around at home. I'd taken that all with me, obviously. But then I got home and it was like, I had to explain to Mum and Dad, it's like, I'm not into quadriplegic porn. It's just I had to explain to them the nature of the competition and why those images were in my bag.
And that your friend just won.
Yeah, so that was actually, they took it really well. They were very understanding.
No, they weren't. They were judging the fuck out of you.
They pretended they were very understanding. I've probably written out the will. But the worst thing is I was away for the entire weekend, so I spent 2 days going, how the fuck am I going to explain this? This looks really bad for me. So yeah, that was a weird hobby related to Joe's weird hobby.
Compared to that, I fucking got nothing. Yeah. I mean, shit.
I don't want to point out that this game wasn't my idea. It's just,
whatever.
Once you're in the game, you play the game.
I'm trying to get from the food angle, but like I've eaten a lot of interesting stuff. I don't really consider it weird because it's just I like trying different shit at different restaurants, and also I come from Cajun culture, so if it flies, swims, slithers, or crawls, we'll fucking eat it. I've tried a lot of game meat, probably more than like some other people.
Like people you play D&D with, because now I'm nervous.
I think the weirdest one I've tried that wasn't bad is, so there was a movement, probably a decade plus ago, to make Nutri-Rat into a foodstuff.
Oh, Nutria, yeah.
What?
Oh, because that's the fucking Cajun solution for every problem. Put on some rice. Why do you think crawfish are a delicacy? They're a yard pest. We solved that fucking problem real
they're
quick.
Also delicious. I don't know if giant rat is a...
Oh, no, it never. There's a reason I'm referring to like it as a culinary movement in the past tense.
Oh, all right.
But there was a push for a little while to try and make Nutra a thing. And during the span of that, I did get to try. It's so long ago, I truly don't even remember the context in which I got to. I just remember that I was trying it, and even by like the standards by which I was raised, it was like, whoa, that has a taste.
I mean, the whole thing about Nutria, they're trying to, get rid of them, and a food is not the way to do that.
Again, you say that, but crawfish used to be a problem, and now they're a commerce.
Yeah, I did not know that about crawfish because they're fucking expensive now.
I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, they even name Nutria, so it sounds like a part of your balanced breakfast here. It's kind of disappointing to hear.
Oh yeah, that is. Cajuns can turn a lot of things into tastiness. Nutra turned out to be the limit. Tony Saxley doesn't make a seasoning that strong.
I forgot, what was the question?
Weird hobby or food
that you like that others would fit.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I didn't even like the Nutria. It wasn't a good one.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna break that rule also because I can't think of anything else. But in Korea, my first girlfriend, I went out eating with her and her family, and they fed me the living octopus legs that like You just chop off the legs and they're still squirming around, and then you dip them in some sauce and you pop them in your mouth, and they're sucking to your tongue and cheeks and like.
What did you do to make these people angry?
No, they just thought it was hilarious to watch me suffer.
We would do the exact same thing to our friends, in all fairness.
Yeah, and my wife's her family made me go through that too. I guess it's a rite of passage. Nobody made me eat dog. But
no, you did that all on your own.
No, I never. That was like on my bucket list. Like, I don't want dog, but I don't want to leave Korea without having eaten it.
I've got dogs at home.
But what if you liked it? You get home and you're like, it's like, Fido, you've been a bad dog, but you'd make a tasty burger.
I lived for a year. I lived in an apartment across the street from a dog restaurant, and it was like, they had different styles, but this one was fucking boiled dog, and they had these 2 big ass cauldrons in the front windows, and it smelled exactly like what you'd think boiled dog smells like.
Oh God! All right, Joe, why don't you walk us into that final question?
All right, now hold on a second here. Our last question.
My story was traumatizing. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Our last question is from our friend Jono. He says, trapped on a deserted island, what's the one vice you choose to have that with you, assuming that food and water are available, but you can't make beer with the food and water or grow plants that would substitute as a vice?
Ugh, he's got us coming and going.
Yeah, that was wise.
What's
that was a clever
one
one.
vice you choose to have? I really like boats, so.
My father taught me that boats are a sin.
I think given the fact that I have arthritis, I have to go weed, because that covers my recreation, that covers my stress management, and that covers my actual arthritis, which would be flaring up pretty bad without my meds.
Didn't he say, though, that we couldn't have plants that would substitute as a vice?
I assumed that was meaning we couldn't use like the
local
food or the water to substitute in. Like, if you want beer, you have to pick beer.
Okay,
that's why I'm saying, like, if I'm
right.
picking my vice, I have to pick weed for basic healthcare management.
All right, I think I misunderstood the question the same way Joe did. In that case, I'm picking beer.
Sorry, I thought we did, Jono.
I think because I'm fat and I like the munchies, I have to pick weed.
Beer is actually a sensible choice, because then you've got a lifetime supply of clean drinking water that also gets you shit-faced and has a caloric value. So that's sensible.
There's fucking stouts and porters.
Yeah, I was I don't really consider any alcohol a vice, because I really don't drink that much when I'm not with you guys. So, I mean, I might have to bring a whole, like, solar panel array and, like, a World of Warcraft subscription or something.
Yeah, I think video game is a pretty good vice, I'd say.
Well, here's
Stuck on a desert island.
If we're talking like vices we don't actually do but would be useful, whoring. Because then you've got some company,
Okay, you know what?
Why am I trapped on this island? Because I need something to fuck.
Man, you guys, like,
that sounds like one of the headlines you might read on, like, CNN tomorrow.
And then you pan back and you realize that Steve actually just got a blow up doll and he's having like a full Castaway hallucination.
Shut up, Wilson.
That's fine too.
Or he keeps paying this hooker, but she's never escaping. She's got nothing to spend the money on.
Oh, it's good.
He's just putting those coconut leaves in the blow up doll's hand and saying, "You get yourself something pretty."
It's hell for both of us.
See, like, all of these vices, and I'm thinking, all right, let's have an actual vice, an endless supply of victims to hunt.
I am not going to Joe's Island.
Then you're not lonely, at least for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. And you get a never-ending, change of company.
So the moral is, it sounds like there's 5 islands. Joe's has all the food and water, which we're just stealing. Me and John are smoking weed. Steve and Bevan are drinking, and we're all watching Joe just hunt motherfuckers. Honestly, I've heard of worse lives.
Quietly resolving to stay away from that island.
Just gonna slowly
And
build
in a way, isn't that just a metaphor for Las Vegas?
I can build I can finally write my autobiography in this house of log and bones.
Written on human skin and inked in blood.
Oh, and with that, we are going to check out on you for this week. We will be back in 2 with the next episode of Authors and Dragons, 1 with Side Quest. And for those of you who are joining us in Vegas, we will see you for the live recording of the 100th episode, September 21st. But until then, bye. Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Yeah, who needs Barbarian of the Bear when you got a monk in the trunk?